When I started doing this, everything changed, everything improved and got so much better. Like I was able to see that I was manifesting so fast and all I had to do was this. Hi guys, if you're new here, my name is Kimiana and this is the Intuitive Soul Tribe. Here we talk about all things manifesting, so law of attraction and law of assumption. If those are your vibes, welcome. Guys, I am so happy to get into today's conversation. We are going to go down on this list and see what all you need to do to start manifesting what you want. Now, we often hear that saturation and persisting is key, but what we don't hear is the real key to manifesting effortlessly, okay? And what it is it's not being so serious. A lot of times when we got into manifesting, it was probably really cool. The subject, the idea was interesting about manifesting. It was interesting for me. It was like, wow, okay, so like you mean to tell me that everything that's ever went wrong in my life or everything that's ever went right, it's all been a thought process. It was all just to be consistent, persistent, and think differently. Cool, I could roll with it. But what I started noticing was that manifesting started to get difficult for me. It was things that I wanted so very badly. And because I wanted those things so badly, it pushed these things away. And I didn't know that. The reason why I wanted it so badly is because when I got introduced to the idea of the law of attraction, first thing that sparked my interest in my mind was the fact that we could create our life. But I knew that if my thoughts were the opposite of good or the opposite of what I wanted, that is something I'm also creating as well. So it was a hard pill to swallow because I'm like, okay, here we are. I'm learning about manifesting. I'm learning about the concepts of law of attraction. But you mean to tell me I'm the reason I have problems in my life? I'm the reason why things weren't working out for me? So I started babysitting. Yes, I said it, guys. Babysitting. I started babysitting whatever manifesting I was doing, babysitting my thoughts on a continuous basis. Those thoughts led to feelings that led to habits. And every single time I would do those habits, I would literally like be so cruel to myself and beat myself down because I wasn't getting the results I wanted. And that's not what manifesting is. You have been introduced to The Secret. If you guys don't know what I mean, go check out The Secret. You guys will really love that book and you will love the movie if you check it out. You've been introduced to a gold mine. Don't allow your fear, anxiety, and stress to pull you away from that gold mine, okay? We are human. And what I had to realize real quickly, that it is okay to be normal. Just because you know about the law of attraction, just because you know about the law of assumption, doesn't necessarily mean that you were supposed to be babysitting every thought, every feeling. Because here's the news flash, guys, and I'm going to be the one to tell you. Because everybody else in the manifesting community is nervous to tell people this, but I'm not nervous to tell you. Because I'm showing you guys what works for me and how I live on a daily basis. I allow myself to be human. If I, for example, had a breakup with a friend and that breakup really hurt me, I'm not going to walk around every day and act like I wasn't hurt. I'm not going to walk around every day and act like I didn't want this person to, or I didn't have expectations for this person to fulfill. I instead allow myself to be human. I allow myself to feel. I allow myself to form ideas. I even allow myself to say things that don't align with what I want. And the reason I allow myself to do these things is because I learned the more I tried to push away negative thoughts, the more they came. The more I tried to stop thinking one way, the more I kept thinking about it. And when I released the need to control the situation, I then started seeing the situation change. And if you guys are not new to my channel, you know one of the biggest things that I constantly, consistently talk about is my higher power. I tell everybody to find a higher power of your understanding. What that means is it doesn't have to be this strict religion you had as a kid. It doesn't even have to be a religion that you start now. I don't throw religion down people's throats. What I tell you guys is what worked for me. And so when I stopped trying to control every aspect of my life and decided that, hey, there is a higher power, that God is working in and through me, I started to realize that I don't have to be fearful. I don't have to be upset. I don't have to beat myself up on a constant, consistent basis about manifesting. It does not all rely on me, is what I tell myself. And whether that is a form of manifesting or not that you guys see, it works. So if you start telling yourself that, hey, I have a higher power, I don't have to do this on my own, you're still creating, you're still manifesting, and you are saying to the universe that I believe you're there, and I believe that you have my highest good, and I believe that everything is going to work out in my favor. I showed faith in a higher power, and because of that, I saw a significant difference in results. So the biggest thing that you're going to want to do, guys, if you want to start getting manifesting results, is start laying back and having fun. There's so many times where us as a human race and as people, we get so serious when it comes to the things we want because we want it, and that's okay, and I understand that. But manifest is supposed to be something you're doing that's fun because you are working on your life to get better from your life. So this should be something encouraging you, not something beating you down, not something in your head that you have to constantly watch what you say, watch what you do. I get a lot of clients, guys, and the biggest thing that I hear from my clients and anyone else, especially if they're new, I start to see that they're trying to babysit their thoughts. They're trying to babysit how they feel. That's not the way to manifesting significantly. If you want to make a difference in your manifesting results, then you need to start with yourself, and you need to start by tapping into human nature. It's your human nature to have thoughts. It's your human nature to have ideas. And these ideas and thoughts are not always going to align with the ones that you want. But what you do with the knowledge you have is you use it to change the perspective of the thoughts that you have, okay? You use it as something that's going to help the situation, not make it worse. It's hard to create when you're in huge desperation, pessimism, or doubt and fear. What does Kimiana mean about this? So, when you are manifesting and you are trying your best, or should I say bestest, you want to be so far away from fear, doubt, and pessimism. The reason why I say that is because you can't create when you're in these desperate emotions and feelings. Why? Because that's the dominant feeling. If let's say, for example, I want to manifest a new car. Let's say the new car is a Corvette. Let's just say that, right? Okay. If I say it is definitely possible for me to have a Corvette in the next 6 months, then that's more believable. But if I say it's less likely to happen in the next 6 months, then what I'm doing is I'm not working in my favor. And I know that. So what you want to do when it comes to pessimism thoughts and the opposite of what it is you want is do your best to just analyze when it's happening and choose to change the perspective. Switch that thing right around. What you're going to do is you're going to recognize the low vibrational feelings that don't align with your dream self. If you want manifesting to work for you, you'll need to change the perception that you have on manifesting. Majority of our thoughts should be feelings of joy and content. What do I mean? I don't mean control every thought. I don't mean not let yourself feel. When I say joy and content, I'm really talking about the feeling of calm. I don't know if you guys noticed, but when we're in a calm mood, we notice a significant difference. Have you ever blew somebody out in an argument and then later you thought about things that you could have said that would have been perfect in that scenario and situation that would have been helpful, or just things that you would have said that sound better? And it's like actually gonna hit somebody where it hurts kind of thing. I know you guys have done it. We're all human. That happens because you gave yourself time. When people jump into things, when people try to control situations, and when people act by impulse strictly, we get impulsive demand. What do we mean by impulsive demand? You start getting what you don't want, period, because you didn't give yourself time. You didn't give yourself time to sit with the feelings you have. You didn't give yourself time to change the perspective on the feelings you have. You didn't even give yourself time to look at the whole situation for what it was, because you're looking from it from your point of view inside that situation instead of outside of the situation and seeing the situation for what it really was. Where am I going with this is, guys, give yourself opportunity to be human. Give yourself time to sit in whatever you need to sit in. Don't sit in it too long, because it's not going to be beneficial to you. Being calm and letting things unfold are how there's so much success in people's lives regarding manifesting. Your focus is important. You have thoughts, but don't give the negative thinking attention, ignore it, and move on. When you're being calm and you're letting things unfold, you start seeing success all over the place. I had to stop trying to control everything. My control freak in me was taking over so much that I was actually pushing away the things that I wanted. So that's why when you're getting ready to meditate, or you're doing a guided meditation or yoga or whatever it is you're doing, that is why people often say, focus on the breath. Start getting calm. Start getting your spirit to mellow out a little bit. I think I even covered a video on ASMR and how I use it to manifest. I don't know if I posted it by the time I post this video, but I hope I did, because I'm gonna provide it right here so you guys can see it. Use your calm as your system of achievement, okay? So you can get closer to manifesting what you want. The more you develop an I don't care idea or complex, you have entered the quantum field. You'll be manifesting so fast sooner than later. Stay diligent. What do I mean by this? When you enter that calm feeling, when you enter that state of being like, hey, everything is what it is, I don't care whether it happens or doesn't happen, you're giving the universe no backlash, no resistance, no backlash, no negativity. You're just basically saying straight out, it is what it is. If it happens now or it happens later, I'm okay with it. It is what it is. I had to start realizing that when I had it is what it is mentality, a lot of stuff worked in my favor. It could have been something like a relationship, for example. Let's say I overthought the relationship and felt like I was the negative person and that this person hated my guts and blah, 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 blah. Let's say that was what I was thinking. If it didn't help me, if it's not benefiting me, I let it go. I'm like, you know what? It is what it is. I may think that they hate my guts now, but later I might find out that they weren't even that mad at me and that they still care for me and that everything's okay. You can change any aspect in your life regardless of the situation. So don't let the situation hinder you from the success in manifesting. All you need to do is just continue to develop the I don't care mind frame. It's not that you're lying to yourself, because for my people who really care and you care big and huge, keep caring. That's okay. And just because you care doesn't necessarily mean that you have to act on that care. Remember I said earlier about the impulsiveness? You don't got to act on your impulses. You don't got to act on every feeling you have. You can let yourself have feelings and just keep going on about your day. Don't give anything more attention than it needs. That's how you'll start realizing and shifting your reality and seeing that you're manifesting more results. I want you guys to participate in the 100% Success Challenge. To participate, all you have to do is comment in the comment section below, I am in. Okay, this is something that I want you guys to put in the comments, and for the next 7 days, affirm everything I want is manifesting easily and quickly. For 7 days, affirm everything I want is manifesting easily and quickly. Everything I want is manifesting easily and quickly. Every morning and night for 5 minutes, okay? You must do this in your bed. So I encourage you that when you wake up in the morning, give yourself an extra 5 minute to 10 minute window to say this affirmation in your head over and over for at least 5 minutes before you get out of bed. That's the same thing at night. You would start this technique when you're in the bed, not when you're not in the bed, because it's not going to help you and it's not going to help the situation. All right. It's crucial. Remain in the bed. Why do I say remain in the bed? Because 9 times out of 10, if you're just waking up, you're still in theta state and you can control outcomes way better in that state of mind than any other state of being in the world. If you don't believe me, check out the Silva Mind Control Method. You will love that book. For more on manifesting, click the secret behind rapid manifestation that you didn't know. You guys are going to love this video. It's going to get to the nitty gritty about manifesting so you can continue to be successful. If you guys have not been aware, the VIP Soul Gems Elite group is open. All right. So if you guys want access to join the VIP Soul Gem group, all you have to do is click the join link in the description below. You'll have access to all 12-part series. You'll have access to all my content before it publicly posts. And on top of that, you'll be able to see all the member-only videos. So if that's something you want to take part in, click the join link in the description. If you guys haven't already, of course, I do have manifesting coaching, so you can check that out at simplicitysim.com, and I can be your girl. I'll help you out. We'll get you to the nitty gritty of getting successful when it comes to manifesting. And of course, if you guys have not already, check out the Manifest Everything Journal. This link is in my description below and on my website. So it's on Amazon, it's on TikTok. Check it out and get one for yourself. Sending you guys so much love, so much light. And as I always tell you guys, go get your moolah and go get your boo. Bye.
29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set the rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing